Aries, and welcome back to the Mirrored Veil Tarot. Today we'll be reading for you and the person in your energy. I'll be pulling two Celtic crosses, so we'll be looking at the two of you side by side, seeing where you two are mirroring each other, and also seeing where you two are not syncing up. I'll also be pulling clarifiers to get to the heart of everything that's going on between the two of you. But first, let's start by setting silent, mindful intentions while we cleanse the cards. Okay, Aries, let's see what is going on for you and the person in your energy for the month of September, Virgo season. All right, the heart of the matter for you, Aries, is the Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. It's playing the waiting game. Crossing you is the Ace of Swords, truth, the root of the matter. Six of Wands, having some kind of victory over something, conquering an issue or a problem. Recent past, the Eight of Pentacles. It's really focusing hard on your work. Crowning you, the Five of Wands, fighting. What are you fighting for? If you had victory, you're waiting for your ships to come in. Where's the fight? Near future, Queen of Wands. Hey, your role in this situation is the Hanged Man, so you're kind of stuck, which, I mean, that's kind of what this Three of Wands is alluding to. What has you stuck, Aries? Your person's role is also being stuck in their mind. The Eight of Swords. It's kind of like a self-induced denial state. All right, hopes and fears, Queen of Pentacles. Final outcome, King of Wands. Passionate. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles, very slow, steady moving. You've had this show up for you past few weeks, which, you know, like I've said before, this is unusual energy for Aries. Very, like, slow moving, methodical. That might be why you're feeling like you're the Hanged Man, because you're so used to that fast-paced, energetic, go, 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 you know, fuck the consequences type energy. All right, let's see what's going on for your person, and then we'll pull clarifiers. Heart of the matter for them is the Three of Cups. That's interesting. You're the Three of Wands. They're the Three of Cups. So this is either celebrating or involving other people. All right, crossing them is the Lovers. Okay. The root, wow. The root of the matter is the Devil. So this could be like addictions, toxic relationship, which, I mean, you put the three of these together, It's looking like a toxic relationship with possibly some stepping out. All right, so they're juggling. Are they juggling people? Are they juggling responsibilities? Or are they just juggling all of it? All right, crowning them is also the 5 of Wands. So the two of you are obviously fighting each other. For what, though? What are you guys fighting for? Near future justice. It's interesting how the Justice card and the Queen of Wands kind of look very similar, don't they? But this Justice is holding the sword of truth, which is what's crossing you. And they're also, you know, balancing the scales, which is karma. And this Queen of Wands is kind of like, well, I'm just sitting here pretty and passionate and holding my flower. Okay, oh. Your role is the Hanged Man. Your person's role is death. Like, there's no forward movement when there's death. You got an option to get off of the tree. This one, oh, this person in your energy is not looking very promising, Aries. Your role is strength. It's taking you some strength to get away from this. Their hopes and fears, the Page of Cups. Your hopes and fears, like you're hoping for some stability. Your fear is that you're losing stability. Their hopes and fears, I mean, they're just happy with this party lifestyle. They may have some other things going on, like alcohol addiction or drug addiction or something like that. Final outcome for them is temperance. Yeah, I mean, the Justice card, it's going to bring about karma for them. I don't know why the phrase they're going to have to pay for their sins is in my head, because I never ever say that, but that's the phrase that's coming through. They're going to have to pay for their sins. All right, bottom of the deck is the 6 of Swords, like leaving in the middle of the night, trying to get out of Dodge quick. All right, let's pull some clarifiers and find out what exactly is going on. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. All right, 3 of Wands for you, Aries. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Love me like you do. Is that what you want? You're hoping that this person will come back and love you the way that they did because it was exciting and passionate. But you're realizing that this person is actually very, very toxic and that you're never going to get that back. And you both are fighting for something that never existed in the first place. All right. This 3 of Wands clarified by the Empress. The 2, there we go, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups. Yeah, you're just, okay, so you are trying to move on. It seems like maybe you broke things off with this person based on this truth that came in about who they really are, masquerading as your lover, but really this is a karmic connection. This is why it's so painful for you to walk away from it. And this is why you feel stuck, because there are lessons to be learned here. This is like the final boss in a video game, or the final exam for, you know, the class that matters. You know what I'm talking about? All right. Let's see this truth. Let's clarify this Ace of Swords with Judgment. That goes along with Justice and Temperance. I mean, they're like the karmic 3 sisters. 3 of Pentacles. And there you go, the Death card. Yeah, so you thought that this person was your partner. They're actually your karmic partner. So the 2 of you came into alignment in this timeline to teach each other things. Usually it's more one-sided. Usually the toxic person comes into your life to teach you something about yourself. Typically it's how to love and care for yourself. I know I'm giving you like the cliff notes of karmic relationships, but that's basically it. Now I know that I've like summed it up and make it sound like really simple, but when you've got your heart involved, your emotions and the mind fuck that it does on you, it's actually pretty difficult. So I feel for you, Aries. I really do. But I do believe that you can get through this. And I feel like once you get through this very like stagnant energy, once you're able to push through with the strength that you have, to the other side, you will have elevated yourself. You'll be at a higher frequency. You'll be attracting higher value people. You won't be having to deal with people who are cheating on you, partying, you know, having addictions, sex addictions, gambling, drug addictions, alcoholism, all of these things that do not make for a healthy relationship. They make for a very toxic relationship. All right, and the other thing is you cannot save them from this. You're waiting for them to get better so that you can have this fairy tale that doesn't exist. They're not going to get better. The only person who's capable of getting better in this situation that you can control is yourself, Aries. All right, so the root of the matter here is victory. I think it's more that you want victory over this situation. And of course you do, Aries. All right, so let's clarify this victory with Page of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Eight of... Okay, I know that you love them, but this spying on them and constantly messaging them, this is why you're stuck, is because you can't move forward if you're looking behind, paying attention to everything that they're doing. Like if you're actually going to have victory over this, you're going to have to start looking forward. Okay? Taking steps to move forward. Worrying about what they're doing, as intoxicating as it is, and it's something that they teach you to do. Toxic people teach you how to spy on them. Like your mood is based off of what they're doing. And if you take a step back and you think about that for a second, don't beat yourself up about it. This is something that you've been conditioned to. You've been groomed for this for months, maybe even years. All right, recent past, the Eight of Pentacles, looking at all of the hard work that you've put into this. Yeah, the Six of Cups, this was someone who meant a lot to you for a very long time. You're feeling left out in the cold from this connection, and you're still feeling a lot of passion, like I said. And of course you did, because, toxic people, they make you feel things that you've never felt before, the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, and those can be incredibly intoxicating, like just on a brain chemistry level, dopamine, serotonin, cortisol, all of it. All right, crowning you is this Five of Wands, this fighting that the two of you are doing, clarified by the World, the Four of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so yeah, the universe has stepped in, and they're like, this is over. Okay, whatever lessons you were supposed to have learned by this, we're coming and we're taking you out of this misery. We're taking you out of this abusive situation, and we're closing the door on this for you. And you have, lots of other opportunities, but you're still kind of sulking over what didn't work out, not noticing that there are good things coming in for you. Okay. And it's okay to be there for a little bit. Just don't stay stuck here. One way that you can get out of that is gratitude. And, I tell this story a lot where I was going through a really, really hard time. Like everything was falling apart. Everything was falling through my fingers. Like nothing was working out. And I had a job where I was, hands-on healing people. And I had to make sure that I was okay so that my stuff didn't seep out into them. And so I had to, do a crash course in gratitude. And I forced myself to find 3 things that I was grateful for every single day. And the one, I remember one day I couldn't find anything except that I was grateful, like, I was grateful for little things. Like, I was grateful that I woke up that day. I was grateful that I was breathing. And then I was like, you know what? I'm really grateful that I have control of my bladder right now, because that's a huge freaking deal. And I'm able to control that. I can control when I go to the bathroom. And that's what was in my head all day long. When any negative thought popped in, I was like, you know what? At least I can still control my bladder. And sometimes that's what it takes to get out of these situations, is instead of looking at all these things that didn't work out, all the hard work that you put into this relationship that has just, fizzled out, and is dead. There are still blessings coming into your life. Those are the things that are important to look at. And that is what the universe is calling you to do right now. Okay, Queen of Wands in your near future. Let's clarify that with Ace of Pentacles. Oh, Nine of Swords. King of Cups. Yeah, okay, so this person is being very withholding with their love right now, but you're used to that. You're used to the breadcrumbing of this person, and it does have you up with sleepless nights. And this is typically what the universe does, is when something in your love life isn't working out, you all of a sudden get financial blessings. I don't know why this is. I haven't explored it. It just is. So that could be one of the things that you're grateful for. And you could be saying, oh, I don't want all the money. I want this person in my life. Well, you know what? The universe is giving you money, and a lot of people would be grateful for that blessing right now. Let me tell you. Okay. Your role, the Hanged Man. Let's look at that. Clarify the Hanged Man with the Moon, Secrets, Ace of Cups, New Love, and the Devil. Yeah. So you are still stuck in this toxic energy with this person. And yes, you want things to be renewed, and you want things to be wonderful again. And wow, you're actually letting them put you into a Hanged Man situation, Aries. You might want to take a mini vacation, like just the weekend. Go to the ocean, take a dip in the ocean, take a minute and stand on the shore and just be. And just silently let the universe speak to you. There's something magical about the ocean, just standing on the shore and watching the majesty of the waves come and go, and realizing that, like, everything works out just the way it's supposed to. And your lack of control of this person, it doesn't matter. And it's okay to let it go. You don't want them to suck you down into this. Don't let them suck you down to their level. You won't be happy. It will not bring you fulfillment. All right, their role is the Eight of Swords. They are not seeing the effect that they're having on you. They are in a state of self-denial. They are probably playing a very big victim role. Let's clarify this with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the two, again, blindfolded. Just completely blind. They're very happy and content in their addiction. They're very hedonistic. So it's what feels good at the moment. That's all they really care about. What's going to make me feel good. They don't care about promises, loyalty, best friends. Like, this is the person who makes all their best friends are in the bar, their best friend is their drug dealer. Outside of that, they have acquaintances that they can party with, that they can get more drugs and alcohol from. But other than that, that's their entire life, is just drinking, drugging, fucking, like, no substance. And one of the issues here is that you're looking at them through your own lens, thinking that they are like you, and they're not. accepting them for who they are. That's actually more loving than trying to force them into a role that you think they should be in. All right. Your hopes and fears, Queen of Pentacles. Let's clarify that with the Seven of Pentacles, the Tower. And yeah, you're just very sad, Aries. This relationship has been over for a little while now. The whole thing has burned down, and it looks like the one thing that's actually working out for you right now is your job and your finances. So again, let that be the thing that you're grateful for. All right, final outcome, King of Wands, clarified by Queen of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, just hold tightly to the blessings that are in your life. Like I've been saying, practice and look at that. That's so beautiful. Bottom of the deck, Energy's Strength card, which is how you showed up in your person's read. The universe has your back, Aries. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. All right, now let's see what's going on with this person here. All right, let's clarify this Three of Cups in your person's energy at the heart of the matter. Three of Cups, clarified by, there it is, that Six. Yeah, you guys have known each other for a while. This may have been like a childhood sweetheart, or, you know, you guys grew up together, high school sweethearts. Yeah. Four of Pentacles. There's that Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so you withdrawing yourself has hurt them financially. They may actually be the ones who are sending these quick messages, keeping you reeled in because you have taken away their funding for their extracurricular activities. All right, and they're playing this card like they're your divine partner. No, they're not your divine partner. They are a karmic partner, which is why this is so difficult, why this is so painful, why this same person has shown up in your reads for the past 2 months, you know, putting you in this Knight of Pentacles, very slow moving, you know, and it's torture for you, Aries, because you guys are like lightning bolts on fire, ready to go anywhere, and you're literally stuck. You're literally stuck. Just hanging out. That's not Aries at all. All right, clarify this Lovers card. Yeah, there's that Four of Cups. King of Cups. Where was he? Oh, he was somewhere in there. Nine of Swords. Now there's the King of Cups. Yep, King of Cups, Nine of Swords. See that? Yeah. This person is not your divine partner. Divine partners are not withholding with their love. Divine partners are not ungrateful for what you do. Divine partners do not put you in the Nine of Swords where you're losing sleep over your relationship because you don't know where they are, what they're doing, who they're with, and then when they do come home, they make it out to be your fault. Okay, now the root of the issue is their addictions. It is their issues, their problems. Now, keep in mind, these are their issues. Not yours, theirs. You can support them, you cannot fix them. Right? Clarified by the Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords. There we go. They're very happy in their addictions, and that's very hard for a lot of people to understand, is that, you know, I've never had alcoholism or anything like that. I was married to an addict for a lot of years. I was addicted to cigarettes for a lot of years. And I loved it. I still do. I wish I was still a smoker. You know, a lot of people don't like to hear that. They like to hear, oh no, it's the worst thing for you. Oh, put the smell, blah, blah, blah. No, it was my best friend for years. And I loved smoking. My lungs, though, they just, if I get a cold, they don't bounce back as fast. And I know that I'll have a better chance of fighting colds and infections if I quit smoking. So I quit smoking. Not for any, not because I hated it, not at all. Addictions, they make you feel good. I'm not promoting them. I'm just saying, if you want to get into the mind of your person, they're very happy. They're content. They know that it's slowly destroying them, but they're content with where they are. And there's nothing that you can say or do that's going to change this for them. They have to want it. They have to have their own reasons for stopping. And they'll stop when they're ready. Hopefully they stop before it stops them, But, you want to know why. That's why you're here, trying to figure out what's going on with your person. They are content to have their eyes closed to the effects of their addictions on the people around them and on themselves. Okay. All right. Recent past, the Two of Pentacles, juggling, clarified by feeling left out in the cold, wanting victory over this situation, but ultimately just being sad. Yeah, and it's not in this person's nature to be sad. It is only in their nature to feel this. They will do anything at all to feel this. Joy. And for them, this comes from whatever it is they're addicted to. And you can't change them. All right, crowning them is this fighting that the two of you are doing. Clarified by Four of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of... Oh, man. Did they tell you that they wanted to marry you? Or are they married to you? Yeah, it's right here. They want the stability that you offered them so that they can live their party lifestyle. You're getting in the way of their partying. You need to remember that when you guys are fighting. Whatever they say, whatever they do, it's in an attempt to get financial backing from you to continue their lavish party lifestyle. All right, near future, justice. Clarified by Judgment. Oh, there you are. The heart of the matter. You're waiting for karma to come in. I've been telling you for like a month now, karma's coming. And you're like, yay, let's go. You're like, where the fuck is it? It's coming. Aries is like, fucking when? When is it coming? I'm getting tired of sticking and laying on this tree. What the hell? The Tower. Yeah, look. You burnt it down. You burned it down to the ground. You really did. This person's done you so dirty. And you just want it to go away. And it's just not going away. But it will. Okay? Now, here's the thing. When you keep spying on them, though, you're keeping this energetic flow going. Right? Because you can't move forward and then look back. And then expect to keep moving forward, because what you're doing when you look back is you're tethering yourself. Here we go. So like, here's your person. They're just happy in their addictions, right? And you're like, I'm leaving you. And you're leaving, right? And then you're like, but what are they doing? They're still over here partying. You're like, well, who are you partying with? What do you do? And then you're like, oh no. And it gets harder for you to leave, and like every single time it's harder and harder, because you're just like doubling back, and the string keeps doubling up, and it's harder and harder and harder and harder, and then you're stuck. And it's not because karma doesn't want to come through. It's not because the universe isn't trying to close the door on you. Look, you come here for the truth, I give you the truth. Stop spying on this person. Stop responding to all of their crazy messages at 3 o'clock in the morning when they're trying to get some more meth. That's enough. You are not financing their drug problems. Because they're doing the meth with someone else. They're not doing it with you. Not that you should be doing meth. I'm not don't do meth. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Especially in Minecraft. Okay. The death card. Let's clarify that with the high priestess. You're being told on, Aries. Yeah, like they know that you, and the cards are telling on you. They know that you're waiting for them to message you so you can come in. You're just like waiting. They're taking inventory of everything that you do, everything that you say, how you respond to them when they ask for things. They have studied your playbook. And it's going to take you some strength. Cut it off. You're addicted to them. They have their own addictions and you're addicted to them. Clarify the strength card with the Ace of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Magician. This is everything that I've been telling you. All right, you need to start pouring all of the love that you have for this person back into yourself, okay? Because you cannot pour from an empty cup. You need to take some rest. Just be by yourself for a little while, okay? It's not forever. It's not an eternity. I'm not asking you to turn into the crazy cat lady. I'm just saying take a minute, take a breath, start practicing gratitude, and then start calling into your life the things that you actually want. Do you actually want this person who's an addict, who all they want to do is party, and they don't want responsibilities? They don't want to, build anything with you. As a matter of fact, they're very happy that this got burnt down. You want to know why? Because it frees them up to do whatever the fuck they want without having to hear it from you whenever they come home. They're not upset about the relationship burning to the ground. They're not. They're upset about not having the finances anymore. All right. Their hopes and fears, this cup of love, they're hoping that if they come in and they're all lovey-dovey and it's all a bunch of bullshit, just remember that they're going to get what they want. Okay, and they're also afraid that it's not going to be enough. Okay, clarified that by the Page of Swords. They're also spying on you. The Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, this is all they want. Pentacles, money. They're hoping that if they show you enough love, compassion, concern, roll around in the sheets a couple times, whatever, that you're going to give them what they want. Doesn't matter how charming, how charismatic, how needy. All right, final outcome is Temperance. All right, clarified by the Seven of Wands, standing their ground. The Hierophant, the rules are coming in. This is like universal law, and Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, no, you have worked really hard. The energy that you put out into the universe, it's coming back to you. Your person and your energy is, being very, very stubborn. Like I said, they do not want to come out of this addiction. They're very happy with it, but something is going to separate the two of you, and hopefully it's you just starting to love yourself. Take the strength that you have been given. Pour the love back into yourself. Take a break from relationships, people. Get away. Start focusing on the things that you want in life, that you actually want in your life, and start manifesting that shit by being grateful for the good things in your life. Yeah, bottom of the deck, the Sun card. You've got strength in the Sun, bottom of the deck energy. Okay, this is all for you, Aries. The universe is on your side. It's wanting you to come back into communion with yourself. Start pouring all of that love and energy that you have into yourself. Invest in yourself. Stop investing in this person's drug, because you know what? They will find a way, okay? They found ways to support their addictions before you. They're finding ways now without you. They will find more ways. You just made it really convenient for them because you gave them a nice warm bed, a beautiful roof over their heads. You know, you fed them, you clothed them, you made sure that they were well taken care of. And now, you know, they have to go back to their old ways of, you know, whoever it is for that evening supporting them. But you know what? That's worth it to them. Actions speak louder than words. Aries, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Hit that like, share, subscribe, bell notification so that you know when your next reading is going to be. And remember that these readings are general. If you'd like to book a private reading with me that is personalized to you, I've left all of that information in the description box below. In the meantime, Aries, stay blessed.